After just under 1 month of closed beta, 2xKO is dead. Until Tuesday, and then 2xKO officially launches in early access. To be honest, this isn't the worst thing for me. It was kind of nice to be forced to take a break after being so addicted to this game during its beta, but as we wait for the full release, I thought it would be good to talk about my impressions of the beta as a whole, and also the outlook of the game going forward. And spoiler alert, I think this game has a bright future ahead of it. Overall, I think the beta was excellent. I was very surprised when they decided to launch without any monetization features, but it does make sense now given that it was only a month long, especially with how hard they are going on monetization now. We already got multiple skin lines that are being announced and multiple trailers. That being said, no skins in the beta wasn't that big of an issue. All that really meant is that we would be seeing the same designs over and over during the beta, and that was actually one of the biggest problems. If you follow my Twitter, which you probably don't, but you definitely should, you're going to notice that I've been doing a lot of complaining about one character in particular. And I don't really want to give them too much flack for this because I absolutely think they made the right choice by just putting the game out and choosing to balance it as it went along, and what really is a beta for if not for balancing. But it's still incredibly weird to me that Yasuo released in one of the most broken states for a character I've ever seen. The character did almost immediately get nerfs in just a week along with Alawi, but in my opinion, Yasuo is still far and away the best character. But Yasuo himself isn't really a problem with the balancing. The thing about a 9-character roster is that it's already not very many, but when it gets to the point that you're only playing the same 4 or 5 characters over and over again every single game, it starts to feel a lot worse. Character fatigue sets in very quickly, and your mileage may vary here. It's going to depend a lot based on the rank and the level that you're playing at, but I can tell you that in the top 100, if I played 20 games, at least 18 of them would have either a Yasuo or an Echo or both. I would say less than 1 of them would have a Braum or a Blitzcrank, and maybe 1 to 2 of them would have a Darius, with some Ahri sprinkled in as well. And that is a pretty horrible distribution. I think it's more of a symptom of how 2xKO is played than anything else. Aside from just being stronger than the rest of the cast, Echo and Yasuo are extremely good at abusing the tag mechanic in the game. Echo because his assist comes out so fast, and with 2x assists you can really just throw yourself behind the opponent, and Yasuo because he's already so good at cross-ups and mix-up by himself. If you add another person to the mix, it becomes almost impossible to block. To be honest, I'm not sure exactly how they're going to fix the balancing situation, but I do have a lot of faith in them, and they've already been super communicative and involved on Twitter talking about balance changes going forward, with not 1 but 2 patches planned for the early access. And that is great and a massive breath of fresh air. You really don't get this kind of developer to player communication in any other game. Balancing aside, I like everything else about the beta. I think it worked very well. Yeah, there were some weird glitches where lobby avatars would be appearing in matches, and the spectator client did have a sound bug, but overall everything worked really well. And a special mention needs to be given to the netcode of this game, which was allowing Europe and North America to have online tournaments together, which I have never seen before. That's actually really crazy. It got to the point where I was so used to the game just feeling perfect that it was more of a surprise than anything when I did feel a little bit of lag, and it was absolutely the exception, not the rule. If you didn't get into the beta, or if you weren't sure if you wanted to try this game or not, I would definitely recommend picking it up. It's free, you're not risking anything except for a little bit of your time, and you might be surprised with how much fun you have, even if you're not a big fighting game player. I actually did have a few friends who are not fighting game players at all try and pick up the game, and although none of them stuck with it, they did enjoy their time with it, however short. As we approach early access release on October 7th, the future of this game is looking very bright. We have already seen multiple skin line trailers, arcane collaboration tie-ins, and even more champions that were leaked coming aside from Teemo. And this is really just the beginning for 2xKO. This game has years of runway. So as somebody who's been waiting for this for almost a decade, it's crazy to think that it's finally here and that it is so good.